Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. On this 08.25.2023. Current time is 05:54 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of Upstate New York where I live and reside on this Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. Let me turn the volume down there a little bit. Way in there, yellow and orange and red on the meter. Thank God it's Friday here. We made it to the weekend, and I got cats all around me here. They're just swarming and stuff. But I hope everybody's getting a good start to their day on this Friday, and we're getting a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD, and just a tad late, I guess. I don't know if this is going to be the new regular time there with all the things I got to do in the morning here. Feeding the herd, because we have a new system of feeding the herd, which takes a little bit. That's the cats that we have here. Since Calvin has been diagnosed with diabetes, one of 6 cats, and he's getting his shot here in about 15 minutes after the missus gives him a second teaspoon scoop of food there. He has to be fed before he gets his shot. And I woke up at about 5 minutes to 5, and feeding them all. It takes about 15-20 minutes to make sure they're in their own bowls and stuff like that. So you need help out there? Okay, missus is good. Okay. And we do have the morning coffee. Here it is, the morning coffee for this Friday morning coffee on Twitch broadcast. And so I got the window open over here for Jack, so you're gonna hear some residual sound from the road there, people coming and going as far as that goes. And I forgot to turn this one on. I got to turn this on. Oh, it is on. Okay, so we're good to go there. And is it not? Yeah, okay, it's on. So yeah, today's Friday. We made it to Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and we'll see and we're here for the weekend. We had a good day yesterday. Interesting day yesterday. More so for some than others, but we had a good day yesterday. Not as busy as Wednesday. Wednesday was very busy for the missus and me and stuff, so it was nice just to we sort of relax and kick back after our morning walk. The missus did do the grocery shopping yesterday and stuff like as far as that goes, and I didn't go with her this time, so it's just like every time I go with her I meet somebody at the grocery store and such. So let's see, but currently we're starting out with a temperature of 66 degrees Fahrenheit, about the same as yesterday as that goes. 66 degrees Fahrenheit equates to about 18 to 19 degrees Celsius or centigrade, whatever you prefer. Most people say Celsius, but I have been known to say centigrade, and people say no, it's Celsius. It's the same thing. I think I looked that up on Google. It's the same thing. But it's not. We have the windows open. We had the windows open yesterday. It was a nice day. It didn't get really humid or anything like that. So we did get a little rain later in the afternoon. A little, not thunderstorms or anything. I don't know if we got. It sounds like the way the cars are driving on the roads are a little wet. So we might have got some overnight rain. But we got cloudy skies this morning, followed by scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. High of 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is that's higher than yesterday. Winds out of the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain is 50% as far as that goes. And let me see the quick Doppler here. I got a quick Doppler out of Binghamton. And let's see if it's the next radar. NEX radar. Let's see. Oh, they've got some storms downstate there going through into New York City. So New York City might be ready. Let's see. No, and weather says it's just cloudy, but let me change that to that one. So But let's see, the sun will be rising this morning at 06:24 a.m., which is in about another, we're just getting to the top of the hour at 6, so that's in 24 minutes. The sun will be rising because you can see it's still dark outside. So 6:24 a.m. the sun will be rising this morning here in the southern tier, and it'll be setting later tonight at 7:53 p.m. We lost another minute there. We're losing a minute a day. And let's see, what's the Doppler? I did this yesterday on the Fireman Rich Audio podcast as far as looking at the Doppler. It's setting up here. Oh, there it is. I'm just curious of the storms down in New York City. Yeah, New York City's they're getting slammed with some rain right now, even though it doesn't show it on my World Times and temperature clock. But for all practical purpose, I guess we had some overnight rain because it's to the southwest or southeast of us as far as that goes, to the east and southeast of us. So we did get, so that is wet weather, wet roads I'm listening to out there. And let's see, yeah, and with 80-degree temperatures this afternoon, we'll probably be having the pop-ups because I don't see. They had some really wicked weather out in just south of Detroit and Lansing, in Michigan, the southeast corner, in Ohio, Indiana, and Ohio. It was really rocking there yesterday morning and stuff, and it seems like it's rocking and rolling down in West Virginia, also more so down in West Virginia than New York City. So that's what I'm seeing on the Doppler right now. I should be able to put that up like right here, you know, as far as the rate when I do the weather, what the current weather looks like as far as that goes. So we're starting off. It's end of summer, so it's going to be warm, which is good. You know, if you think about it, we really haven't had some overly hot. Oh, there's a picture of the city, of a city. But we hasn't been overly hot as far as that goes this summer. And which is good, I guess. You know, it's compared to last summer. Last summer seems like it was just sweltering heat. But you know, beginning of the summer, once we put the air conditioners on, we had them on almost every day. Now it seems like we have them. You know, I think today's going to be another day. We're on the tail end of summer, as far as we're pushing towards Labor Day weekend here in a couple of weeks, and then, you know, of course, football starts right after that. But school's already started in some parts down there in Georgia, Ohio, and Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, there's Tim Fan, 40. Yo, good morning, Tim, coming in from Michigan, our contractor friend that's out there. And did you get hit with those rainstorms yesterday morning, Tim? I was just talking about it as far as going over the weather here just before you came in. And the storms were rocking and rolling. Go Bears, yeah, go Bears. We'll get the football. But I was looking at the Doppler yesterday in north or south of Detroit, the south corner of Detroit, Lansing, that one corner going down into Indiana, Ohio. Oh, you didn't? So you missed them because you're over on the other. You're on the. I believe you're over on the southwest part of Michigan, on the lower peninsula. I believe. I think that's what you told me you were, as far as that goes, towards the Chicago side of Michigan. As far as the storms were rocking there yesterday and stuff, but we got some overnight rain, and which is good. It cools things down as far as that goes. Let's see. Glad to have you here. Yeah. Okay. You're over in the southwest corner, I believe. Yeah, that's where I got a general idea. Tim Fan, for those people watching on the replay here on southwest lower corner. Yeah. People that are watching and viewing this on the replay on YouTube and Rumble, first of all, thank you very much. Tim Fan is in the, well, it depends on how you look at it. I point that way on the OBS. He's in the chat right there. Yeah, Lansing got hit. Yeah, I was pretty, and that never really made it our way. It dissipated as far as that goes, but it was a pretty hefty storm as that goes. Our world times and temperatures as I speak here in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:04 a.m. partly cloudy, partly clear, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, Lappy, that's something. Always paying attention. You got to pay attention to those stories because Mother Nature, when she's rocking, you don't want to get in her way. Believe me. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:04 a.m. Clear skies, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Albuquerque, New Mexico at 4:04 a.m. Cloudy skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois, partly cloudy, partly clear, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in the city, like I said, the Doppler shows that there's rain in the area, but on the world time and temperature world clock here, it says that it's cloudy down there. 73 degrees Fahrenheit down in the jungle of New York City. Cork, Ireland, across the Atlantic Ocean, the pond as we call it. 11:04 a.m. Cloudy skies, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's the temperature change. 59 in Cork, Ireland. Down in Milan, Italy, it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny skies. Sunny skies down there in Milan, which is a beautiful city. I still remember it from I ran a half a marathon there in Milan, the Strada di Milano. It was a good run. Let's see, in New Delhi, India at 3:35 p.m. Partly sunny, partly cloudy, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. In Mumbai, India, which is just southeast, we have 3:35 p.m. also, 84 degrees, partly cloudy, partly sunny. And in Kuala Lumpur, we got some thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur at 6:05 p.m. 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan, we at 7:05 p.m. in the evening currently. Clear skies, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in Australia, Melbourne, Australia, 8:05 p.m. Cloudy skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And Sydney, partly cloudy, partly clear, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for today. I think that's why I was running a little late. I spent a few extra minutes trying to get a thought for the day. And I mean, I went down through my list. There's a lot of good ones, but there's some that it's like, yeah, that's a good one, but it's just but this one is from Robert Frost. Robert Frost is an American poet, a great American poet, one of the great American poets. He was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published here in the United States. So that's, I always thought, I thought he was English in my earlier days and stuff, but he's actually American. He was published over in England before the States here. But we have a quote from him this morning for our thought for the day, give you all something to think about, and it goes as follows. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything with, now listen to this, if all else fails, move to the next. Yeah, exactly. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. Got to be open-minded. I've said this many times before. I think I'm more open-minded than I was. Maybe started maybe 10, 15 years ago. But when before I met the missus, I was really closed-minded, I guess, on certain things. I'm more open-minded because that's where the world is. As far as if you don't have control of it, and it's not really directly impacting you. You have to be concerned about things. Don't get me wrong. You don't stick your head in the sand. I need that last night. Oh, there you go, Tim. Yeah, we all need this, and it's a good reminder as far as education. We say, oh, we go to school to get educated. No, we get educated every day of our lives when we just get that first step out of bed. You just have to look at it. You got to look at it as far as that goes. You can break everything down and you can learn things from it. Education is the ability to listen. Also seeing, that's a form of almost seeing it. Ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or self-confidence. So even though you disagree, maybe keep an open mind just to say, yeah, okay, and then you agree that you disagree. but then that might piss the other person off because they want to, and that's the trouble in today's world. We have people so rock solid, dead set in their beliefs and that's gonna. I just have this feeling that has somewhat of effect of. Oh, there's a motorcycle. Still got. So it has to be pretty nice out there as far as. Rich educates me every. Oh, I educate you every morning. No, you're just. Oh, how is it? Well, I appreciate it though, Tim. I appreciate you and the others. I'm just passing on information, and education is just taking what somebody else may have said that you may not. I mean, there's a lot of things I've learned that I didn't learn in school, especially on the history side. There's some history that I've been looking at over the last several years and stuff. My eyes are like, wow, why wasn't this? It wasn't taught. Why wasn't this taught in school? The proverbial question comes up. It probably wasn't because just the way the things were back then. It just we have different ways of looking at things as years go by, but we have to have that ability to listen to even the things we don't want to listen to. You can't block it out. As far as that goes, you have to be aware of it. You have to be you don't have to. I live in New York State, and there's a lot of things I don't care about. The people that are running the state up there in Albany, the state capital, but and you can look at that in other ways too. School is just a baby. To a certain, I think for the most part, maybe it is. Did I learn anything from school? No, I learned some stuff. I could honestly say, the people I crossed paths with, I learned a lot of stuff. You learn stuff from your fellow students as far as that goes. Social skills and all that. As far as you don't realize you're learning. That's the best type of learning. When you got a teacher that's teaching you something and you don't realize you're learning. That was Mr. Z. Mr. Zalanowski. He was my history teacher for my junior and senior year. Great guy. He's about the only I think he's the only teacher I can remember from high school. Yeah. I remember in grade school there was Mrs. Thatcher, Mrs. Thatcher? And Mr. O'Shea. They were my grade school teachers. I think it was second and fourth grade or something like that. I had a great history teacher. Yeah, great history teachers. Mr. Zawalski. I had Mr. Zanowski, Mr. Z, we called him, and he was a great history teacher. You always have that one teacher in school that always was a big influence, and as far as that goes. So our thought for the day from Robert Frost is try and give a listen, okay, and such. Let's see. Our national day for today is what's this? Our national day for today. Today is Friday, August 25th. It is the 237th day. That almost looked like a 5. 237th day. The print is too small on this page. 34 weeks have been completed this year, and we're 65% through the year. And let's see, we have National Secondhand Wardrobe Day. Yeah, okay. I don't have a wardrobe. National Kiss and Make Up. Okay. National Park Service Founders Day. Okay, this one's a good one. National Whiskey Sour Day. I used to drink whiskey sours back before I met the missus. We used to drink them by the pitchers there. We used to go to the Ground Round when I was stationed up in Hanscom Field. And the Ground Round was down in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and that's when we drank. We go down there and watch a ball game on the big screen TV. That's before big screen TVs made it into the living room. Just a novelty to sit in front of this big TV. You're drinking and watching either the Celtics play or the Bruins. I don't think we ever watched a Red Sox game. I was a Red Sox. I liked the Red Sox. I don't think I was a fan, but I liked some of the players there. Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, just to name a few. Because we could always go to the Red Sox Stadium there in Boston for on our ID card. We show our ID card. And I think we paid like $2 or $3. It was fun times there and stuff. We're gonna go because we had national. I forget what yesterday. Oh, national. What was yesterday? National. Yesterday was National Waffle Day. That's what it was. But what do you put on waffles? Okay, syrup, butter, but you can also put ice cream, right? So today's national day is National Banana Split Day. We're gonna go with that. Cubbies, yeah, go Cubbies. I think they're still in the hunt for a wild card there, Tim, from what I'm seeing. But today is National Banana Split Day. National Banana Split Day recognizes the sweet ice cream treat served with a banana, whipped cream, and various toppings. Get yours today. Hashtag National Banana Split Day. And I haven't had a banana split in quite some time. What is this? Oh, we got somebody playing World of Tanks. One of the people I follow there. But the other day, I think it was, it had something, spumani, which is a form of ice cream, Italian ice cream. During August, especially here, there's a lot of ice cream socials that go on. The fire departments, it's like a fundraiser for them and stuff. You go there, pay a few bucks, and you get a dish of ice cream and stuff like that on a warm and hot August day, as far as that goes. So I think that's why we have all these national days that relate to ice cream. So today is National Banana Split Day. Why do I have this tab open? Let's see. Not sure why I have this tab open. It's to my Truth Social. What's incidentally, you can follow me over there on, I'm Fireman Rich here on, did I say who I was? I can't remember. I know Tim knows who I am. I'm Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on Twitch. And maybe that's why I got this to remind me. But I posted up on, I post regularly on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I know there's some people that don't really care for the word X. They still call it Twitter, and I can relate to that. Maybe that's why. I posted something yesterday. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, Tim, on my Twitter feed. I made a snapshot of my phone. On my old phone, on this phone right here. I don't know. I don't have this on. Maybe I can turn. This is my old LG Stylo 3. I skipped one. I went from Stylo 3 to the Stylo 5, which has the Twitch Stream Manager on it. But this phone, I still have the Haps app. That's your cue, Tim. I have the Haps app on here. And I posted a screenshot from this phone and posted it up over on my social media of Truth Social, Instagram Threads, and X, and I'm known. You can just check those out at Fireman Rich on all those. And what it is a picture of my in my Haps settings. When you go to earnings, your settings where you can change your password and all that and stuff. It's a picture of my earnings, and I was talking about this, I think, on Wednesday. So I just happened to come across that, and I posted it up. Let's see, 24th, yeah. No, I posted it up yesterday. Yeah, there we go, and Tim comes in with the Haps sucks. Tim doesn't like Haps. Haps, for me, was okay to fair. It was okay. It could have been great if they would have done something, but it was pretty obvious why they didn't go the full bore, making it really great, because they probably already had an idea they were going to sell it even before they got their $4 million there, the last 6 months they got a $4 million bunch of money there. But right there, right next to my Clash of Clans, I have the Haps app still. So see if I hit that, I do this every once in a while. I'll when I do that, you'll see the Haps still comes up. There it is. There's the Haps page. Yeah, it was shit. Yeah, it was. So, but I could still get on Haps. So if I hit the little picture there, that was the Haps things. So I don't know. This is going to the server, I think, because I have signed out and I signed back in. So there it is. That's me on Haps. But there's nothing there. I had 229 followers. The bottom button there. What else can I show you on there? If I go to settings, yeah, there's the settings page, okay, for the Haps. And then if I go to earnings, and that's what I put on there. That's the picture that you see on my Truth Social. Periscope does that. Okay, does Periscope still? So you can still, but down on the bottom, that's the interesting part. Right down here, it says there's still $98 on Haps. And I asked the question when I posted it up over there on Truth Social, Instagram, Threads, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Do I get interest on that, Haps? But you got a thing where, if you want to hit support, you hit support for Haps, and there is no support. It just support.haps.com. It says no internet. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not on the internet. Oh, maybe this is on the phone. Oh, can't be. The site can't be reached. That's why I just said. Yeah, that site can't be reached. So maybe that's just off of the phone. It's residing on the phone. But they never paid me. Tell them you want. Yeah. It's one of those things. Who do I tell? I can't even get a. Oh, he did have a late night parenting. Okay. I get some notifications on this phone that I play around with. Oh, he was on live last night with JoJo. Okay. We'll just leave that off to the side here. I'll look at that later here. So that was pretty interesting as far as that goes. So Haps sucks. Yeah, we still remember Haps. Haps Rob. Nah, they can have it. I wasn't too. I think I bitched and moaned, so I guess I got my $98 worth of bitching and moaning to them. I wasn't one of their favorite people, I don't think. I know there was other people they didn't really care for either. Cash App took over 8K. Oh, really? Wow. Cash App. The only thing I'll do online when it comes to money, other than maybe through Amazon or Walmart, purchasing something there, is and if it's outside that realm, I'll use PayPal. PayPal is I never got it. I never did the Cash App. No, they said matter is resolved, so I violated. Oh, you violated the terms of. Yeah, but to lose $8,000, wow. It's amazing, Tim, how they can use that terms of service to their advantage. The terms of service are supposed to be there to let the user know, but to protect the user, but they use it to their advantage as far as that goes. But yesterday, I did do the Anchor Morning Audio. We got some listens over there, so I'm always one to say if I get 1 or 2 listens, it's a success. We got quite a few listens. In the news this week, we've had India, the country of India, landing a probe on the moon. Prior to that, a few days prior to that, Russia crashed one on the moon. And this happened actually at the beginning of the month, after 17 years, a spacecraft makes its first visit home, having made history, and that's two probes that were launched 17 years ago. They're traveling in tandem, and they actually were sent out to the sun to get a picture of the backside of the sun. So no, said F you. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy as far as that goes, Tim. Yeah, I know it is crazy. But I talked about the spacecraft that was launched 17 years ago on the it's called the NASA Stereo A and B probes. Yeah, I got the gist of the crazy there. I guess when I see that, I look down. Okay, the E is right next to the R. But I talked about these two spacecrafts yesterday on the it's not Anchored, Spotify Rich, on the Fireman Rich audio podcast I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the last three audio podcasts have been about space. So, and then we've had a couple things happening about space. I don't think Russia's doing faring too well, and I think the North Korea was supposedly have launched a spy satellite, and the rocket went over southern Japan, Okinawa, because they warned the people. I heard this on the news yesterday, and I don't think it got into orbit again. They're going to try another shot, another chance. So there's a lot of things going on in space. But these two spacecraft, they sent it out, and they actually, it gave us the backside picture of the moon. So when you see, or backside picture of the sun. So when you see a 360 of the moon, or even the moon, I guess too, but this was primarily for the sun. We get a complete picture of the sun when it's rotating around, and it's real. It's because of these two probes, Stereo A and Stereo B. The A is for ahead, and the B is for behind. So that was an interesting article I had yesterday on the podcast, audio podcast. And next week, next week I'll be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, the audio podcast, and I think it'll be the 5th. The 5th and 19th of September is when I do the Tauga radio show over on Mixcloud, which incidentally, our good friend Helen from Scotland, she was on. I was listening to her yesterday on 365. What is it? Let me check here. We got our cardinal outside. You can hear him chirping. He's saying good morning. He's on the. Yeah, I told you I'd have you on the morning show. The cardinal's out there chirping. 365 radio. Helen was on yesterday, and and you can go to 365. What's the webpage? 365radio.com, and listen to her. And on a replay. There's a place down on their webpage that you can listen. But I was actually listening to her broadcast on the what is that? The Planet Garden app. And you just plug in 365 radio, and I've got it favored as far as that goes. So let's see. We got some in history. We have some space history here too. To keep it. 20 years ago, NASA successfully launched the Spitzer Space Telescope. Spitzer was the third infrared space telescope. We got quite a few. This is, we know the Hubble, we know the James Webb Space Telescope, but here's another one. But it's the first to use an Earth trail orbit. The telescope bucked the tradition of being named after a famous or dead astronomer, and was instead named after the living Lyman Spitzer, an employee of the RAD Corporation who first advocated space telescopes back in 1940. Oh, okay. So he's the one. So this is another one, eye in the sky there, that gives us great pictures there. And let's see, back in 1718, hundreds of French colonists arrived in Louisiana to settle in New Orleans. And in 1609, Galileo demonstrated his first telescope to the Venetian lawmakers. Been seeing it. NASA's planes been flying low around here. Oh, really? NASA's plane? Are they hunting the aliens? What kind of aircraft is flying? How do you know that, Tim? Is that in the news out in that area? Been seeing it for the past couple. So they're doing something out there. Yeah, NASA. They've got some high tech platforms there as far as for aircraft. Um, so Galileo on this day is talking about space telescopes. Galileo, demonstrated the first telescope. I don't know if he invented it. The knowledge of the telescope was there around Lake Michigan. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. NASA around Lake Michigan. See what I can get for news. NASA Lake Michigan. I'll check that out later. Let's see. In 1916, the National Park Service was created in the United States, and with so many national parks today, you can likely celebrate by finding a park near you. Yes, we have some national parks here in New York State. On this day in 1975, I loved this song when it came out. Bruce Springsteen's "Born to Run." "Born to Run." That was that's a classic. I love that one. And here's another NASA Voyager 1 in 2012. The space probe entered interstellar space, becoming the first man-made object to leave our solar system. And I think Voyager 2 is right behind it. I was in high school when they launched those. As far as that goes, let's see, what else do we have? 84 years ago today, The Wizard of Oz was released in movie theaters. I remember as a kid, that was a big treat to watch that. And when I was growing up, I think it was like 7 or 8, my father was in the local fire department, and in their day room upstairs from the fire station, they had the first color TV. I think it was the first color TV in the county here. And when that came out, we were able to. When you watch The Wizard of Oz, the first part of it is in black and white to depict, okay, they're in Kansas, and the color came out when they were up there in Oz, when Dorothy arrived on the tornado that took the house up to Oz, where she met up with the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion. I liked Old Yellow. Yeah, I think I've watched that maybe twice, Tim, in my lifetime. I can't watch it. It's just it's a heart wrencher at the end. Oh my God, you just mentioned it. Oh, Toto, yeah, Toto was in The Wizard of Oz, but it was a real treat to watch that. It was once a year. I think NBC was the channel that it came on, and we were able to watch that. And it was myself, because my father was in the fire department, some other fire department members, kids. So there was like maybe at least 20 or 30 of us there watching it, and we were just amazed. First time watching, it's like, wow, technology. Now color TVs are just a dime a dozen, and let's say happy birthday, even though he has left the planet. 93-year-old, he would be 93-year-old. He's 93-year-olds today. The Scottish superstar Sean Connery. Happy birthday, Mr. Connery. Yeah, Old Yeller was a tearjerker. Real. I mean, there's certain movies when they get to that level, Tim, I can't watch them again. It's just like there's no point. It's just like they're good. That's a good movie. It's a great movie, but it just I'm just thinking about it because I just. We had Max that passed away a couple years ago, and it just heart wrenching. And also on this day, happy birthday, 1918, Leonard Bernstein, the pianist and composer of West Side Story, a classic. That's a good play. Thought to be, though his working class father objected to his musical aspirations, the family acquired a cousin's unwanted piano, and Lenny was able to pursue his passion. And great composers. That and My Girl, yeah. There's certain movies. Let's see. The one movie that comes recently that, well, it's not recently, came out several years back. Black Hawk Down. I watched that once. I can't watch it again. I will not watch that again. It hits too close to home as far as that movie. And when I was watching it, out here in the living room. I was standing up. I could not sit down watching. I stood the whole time watching that movie. It just I can't. I've only watched it once. There's certain movies that, and then there's certain movies I can't get enough of. A Knight's Tale. Oh, I think I've done this. I don't want to dig it all out, but The Knight's Tale. I can watch that movie 10 times a day. It's a great story. Let's see. On this day, also give condolences. He passed away August 25th, 2018. You either liked this man or you didn't like him. I thought he was a great American. He served his country in Vietnam, and he was a prisoner of war for a number of years. That was Senator John McCain of Arizona. He spent years as a prisoner of war in Vietnam before he spent 35 years as a political career, and he was a presidential nominee but got beat out, and he passed away at age 81 after battling brain cancer for more than a year. A great American, and I really respected him. There was one or two things I didn't agree with him, but for the vast majority of the thing, I really thought he was a great American. There's people that will say otherwise, but I don't listen to those people because it's everybody has a different perspective as far as that goes. But you can't evade the fact that he was a prisoner of war, and he broke his back. He went to war. He didn't have. He was. Some say he was privileged because of his father and stuff like that. He didn't have to go to Vietnam. He could have got out of it, but he went. He flew jets there for the United States Navy and was shot down and became a prisoner of war. So God bless you, John McCain. John Glenson, no, John McCain. Let's see, what else do we have in history? 1928, an expedition led by Richard E. Byrd set sail from Hoboken, New Jersey, on its journey to the Antarctica. In 1944, on this day, during World War II, Paris was liberated by the Allied forces after 4 years of Nazi occupation. And you never seen it? Oh, you never saw Black Hawk Down? It hits home. I can. There's certain aspect. I mean, the whole movie was. It starts out and it gives a real picture of what happened over there, and it's one of those movies that I guess I just said after I was done. It took me a day or two just to get my head back together because it just. I never was over there. But I know some people that were over there during that time, and it was, and it's just like Saving Private Ryan. If you see the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan, they're getting ready to hit the beaches. That is realistic. I mean, and I can watch Private Ryan once I get past it because it's a good story, good war story. It's a true story. But Black Hawk Down, it just there's too much emotion there that. It's overload for me. I gotta be honest. I just one of those things. It's just like it's a movie I've watched once. I don't need to watch it again. I know what and it's a shame that things like that happen. But that's war, I guess, which we don't need to. Let's see as we go down. Oh, it was on this day in 2009. Okay, Senator Kennedy passed away the same day as Senator McCain. Senator Edward Kennedy, the liberal lion of the U.S. Senate, died at age 77 in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, after battling a brain tumor. Oh my God, what a coincidence! Oh my God, that's something. I didn't really like him as a senator, but he was a Kennedy. Okay, I think he. The thing that bothered, gotta go, Rich. Have guys calling off. Okay, no problem. You gotta take care of business. Real world stuff, Tim. Thank you for being here. And you have a great day. Be safe out there. Okay. Wear your respirator, please. Yeah, you have a great day too, Tim. Tim Fan leaving the house from Michigan. He's a contractor, folks, so he's got a real job where I'm just I'm retired, so um, and I'm enjoying every day of it. But I can understand Tim. He's got to go back. He has responsibilities. That's real world stuff. Is when you say I got to get back to the job, and so I think that's it for history right there as far as that goes. Let's see. Last night in baseball, Major League Baseball. I didn't see the Mets play, but the Yankees lost. They lost again to the Nationals. Where are the Nationals? Are the Nationals a good team? Where are they in the standings? Not that the Yankees are up in the standings. They're in the basement, along with the Mets. The Nationals are just above the Mets. Oh my God, that's sorry. They're tied with the Nationals. Nationals are tied with the Mets. They're in last place in the National League East. Oh my God! But the Yankees lost. I guess they're going to be playing. Let's see, games. Got to put this back on here. Yeah, thanks. No problem, Tim. Take care, sir. The Red Sox beat up on the Astros 17-1. Oh, that's a big score. But the Yankees lost by 1 run, 6-5. It's like, come on. Let's see, the Orioles. They beat they're cleaning up. Gotta go Orioles. I'm gonna be rooting for the Orioles, I think, this year. And the Cubbies, Tim Fan 40 there, who just left. His Cubs won against the Pirates last night. I gotta keep tabs of that. And but the Blue Jays, they lost to the Orioles. So let's see. The Yankees are playing the the Rays today. Let's see, the Mets, are they playing? Yeah, Mets are playing the Angels. Oh, okay, they're out. They're down in Shea Stadium. They're playing the Angels this weekend. So they got a series going there. So go Mets. Let's go Mets. Canadian Football League last night, the Montreal Alouettes lost to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 17-47. The game tonight will be the Toronto Argonauts. That's the team in Canadian football that I'm rooting for. They're in first place because Toronto's right near New York and stuff. I could have said Montreal, but I like Toronto is a better city, I think. Well, no, Montreal's probably pretty cool too. I guess it's. Let's see. But they're playing the Stampeders tonight at 7:30, and then tomorrow at 7, the Tiger Cats and Lions, and then Sunday the Redbacks and Elks. Now to the NFL. It's starting its last week of preseason. I did watch the game there was 2 games last night. And I did watch the Colts and Eagles. The Colts look pretty solid. They lost their center though. He got when they showed the replay of him, his leg getting pinned is behind him, and the guy came down. Is like, oh, ouch. But the Eagles, they looked okay, but it's preseason. Colts looked really strong. They looked like they wanted to play. The other game, I didn't even look for it. I was watching the Colts Eagles on Twitch, so that's telling me Thursday. I guess in 2 weeks they're going to have Thursday night football here on Twitch. Which, thank you, Twitch. That's a great deal. But the other game, it was probably on the NFL channel. Steelers beat the Falcons. So for this weekend, for tonight, we have at 8 o'clock the Lions against the Panthers. 8:15 the Patriots against the Titans. The Chargers against the 49ers at 10 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow. Hey, Ted Hicks. Good morning, sir. Ted Hicks down there on Long Island, coming into you probably getting on the train going into the city. Or no, you work from home on Fridays, don't you? So you must be just rolling out of bed. We're just getting towards the tail end of the broadcast here, but glad to have you. I was watching the football game last night, and I figured, I took a nap yesterday. I did, for the people watching it. Remote Fridays. Okay, that's right. You're working from home, but you'll be interested to know, Tim or Ted, that I took a nap yesterday. Okay, and you might just by me saying that, you'll know where I'm going with this. Then there was a football game on Twitch, so I said I'll watch Twitch because then I'll just keep tabs. And it was getting towards the end of the game. It went to 11 o'clock, and I said I can watch Ted. I can watch Ted live for a change. I took a nap. When I take a nap on Thursday, that means I'm staying up late. There was no Ted at 11 o'clock. Well, I said, oh, he's running a little late. I'll wait. 15 minutes later, 11:15. No Ted. Oh, okay. Well, I got interested in this YouTube. They were talking about, a space shot. Another 15 minutes, 11:30. Oh, checking for Ted. Is he on YouTube? Nope. There's his notification on YouTube saying he's going at 10 o'clock. I said, where's Ted? Ted. Where's Ted? Okay. Maybe he forgot again. So I'm still watching this video. I'm just playing with you, Ted. There's Ted Hicks. He is he has a podcast, and he was broadcasting last night, Late Night Parent, and I took a nap after work, and I went live. Yeah, that's what I found out, because at about I stayed up to 11:45. Actually, I stayed up till 10:12. I'm looking. He says, "Well, he can't be on, because if he's on, he usually comes on at 11 and stuff." So, and I was done watching the video. I went to bed, and lo and behold, when I wake up, the first thing I get when I turn my phone on and I connect to the internet, Late Night Parenting, Ted Hicks. I'm like, what the frick? What the? So I got a chuckle out of that. I watched a little bit, I watched a little bit of the replay while I was setting up for the morning broadcast. I got to the point where you asked JoJo about the question on the debate. I didn't watch the debate myself, Ted. I think watching that is probably. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, Ted. But Ted, I think it's probably 10 minutes into your broadcast there. I was watching. I'll probably listen to the rest of it on my Fountain app so I can get some Satoshis. But anyway, you were asking JoJo about Christie. One question, of all questions that you can ask, and it's about aliens. I think what's driving that question is what they had in congressional hearings about the UFO. So I think they were throwing him a softball question and stuff. But I agree with you. You're up there for president. Do you really want to ask a question about aliens? I don't think they want to ask him a question about Trump, because I don't really care for Christie, to be honest with you. I'll be upfront with you. There was a lot of good. I'm watching some replays on certain segments, and I think you're better off watching that than watching the whole thing. And certain people that are on this thing called the internet, sort of Monday morning quarterbacking it. It's interesting to see. So I'll be watching the rest of that. But Christie, I'm not caring for him. President GOG debates. Christie's UFO. Christie is local. Yeah, former. And he's the one thing that pops out when he was he was really right there, sucking at the whatchamacallit of former President Trump. He's a great guy. Now he's just shitting all over him to make as an old. The thing about people don't realize, he was the Bridgegate. Remember Bridgegate? That was all Governor Christie. Yeah, I don't want to say that. But Christie, I don't really care. I liked him when he was a governor. I thought he was all right when he first came on the scene. But the Bridgegate, I lost all respect. He didn't take responsibility for that. And with the hands that he has in that, for him to be critical of this president, he's a hypocrite as far as that goes. So I don't really, he's in your face and stuff like that. So I don't think he's going to get the nomination. I think that man in the middle, if it's not Trump, it's going to be, though they were going after that one guy that, Nikki Haley, I think she could be a good vice president. So I don't know. And there's not as many. The way you said it is like, there's let's just say when the Democrats had all there was only what 8 or 9, which isn't that many. It was a nice, they didn't have 2 rows and stuff like that. I think the Democrats had the most primary candidates slated in years past. And oh yeah, the V guy, yeah, he seems a little young. I like what he's saying and stuff like that, but he has to be careful that he doesn't ruffle the feathers, because he's when it was the Dems 20, yeah, was it that many? I know there was a lot. This seems a lot for the Republican side, but it would have been something to see Trump there, but he was busy doing something. He was getting his picture taken down in Georgia, which I don't think that realizes the stuff that they pertaining to Trump, what they're charging him with, is the same thing that the individual that ran for governor, and she questioned the governor election, the election for governor. Same thing. Trump gets charged though, but she didn't, as far as that goes. This makes him stronger. Yeah, I think it does, because Trump, I think I remember him saying, even bad publicity elevates you, and I think there was something I came across yesterday, that every time they mention him with this, and Trump is riding the wave, his popularity increases. I don't think he's going to get convicted. It's a sham. It's just a waste of state and federal monies, given all the other circumstances, all the felons that we do have out there that we should be prosecuting, and we got prosecutors that are letting go. Murderers. We have people up here in New York State. They just captured somebody here in Binghamton that has a felon, and they were looking for him down in the city there as for a murder case. They just caught this guy. It's just like we're focusing in on those other things. Waste of taxpayer. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they need to do something about that. But the other thing on your broadcast that I caught in the first 10 minutes was gold. I didn't know either about Gooden and Strawberry, their numbers being retired. We just talked about baseball. They were New York Mets. I had a chance to see Doc Gooden. When he was with the Yankees. We're down in New York City. The last ball game I watched, it was in old Yankee Stadium, and we went out to Memorial Park before the game. We walked out there because I'd never been there the times I went to Yankee Stadium before. And we went out there, and we were going up. There's a step that you have to step up before you get in, and it's right near the pitcher's box there where they warm up. Doc Gooden was pitching. Oh my God, I'm 6'5". He made me look like a midget. And his pitch, and this is later in his years, I was watching him the first pitch he pitched, and it hit that glove. Oh my God, it scared the crap out of me. I said, how do batters, when you're up that close and personal, and he was just warming up. He wasn't in the game that day, but what a pitcher. I'm like, oh my God. And this is when he ended his career with the Yankees, I guess. Because he was a Yankee pitcher there for a year or two in the bullpen. That's what it is, the bullpen. So that's good. And I agree with you. It's long overdue. Their numbers should have been retired several years back, I think, when they were still, because I think, was it Strawberry? He has some issues going on right now, health-wise and stuff. And I'm not sure about Doc Gooden and stuff like that. But as soon as you mentioned, they were the Mets back in the day, my friend. They were the Mets. Oh my God, it's just a great time for the New York Mets. Let's see. Continuing on with football, tomorrow night, the Bills and Bears. I'll be watching that game. Hopefully it's on at 1 o'clock on NFL channel. Then you got Seahawks and Packers, Cardinals and Vikings, Browns and Chiefs tomorrow. They all start at 1. And then 6. This will be another game I'll watch tomorrow. Jets and Giants. Hopefully that'll be local, so you can watch that, Tim or Ted. And then Bengals and Commanders will be tomorrow night at 6:05. Ravens and Buccaneers. Continuing, Dolphins and Jaguars, Raiders and Cowboys. and Rams and Buccaneers. There's only one preseason game Sunday, and that's the Texans and Saints. And then next weekend, there's no football. And then it's on the 7th, the Thursday, the Lions and Chiefs opening up the regular NFL season. So there we have it, the football, as far as that goes. And again, for those watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, check out this guy. He posted it up on his last night's broadcast on YouTube, and he's also over there on or here on Twitch. But he has the audio version on YouTube. Aaron Rodgers makes a big debut. I thought the Jets had Aaron. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ted. Check out Ted Hicks' Late Night Parenting, folks. Yeah, Ted. It's going to be. I'm interested to see that game. Well, tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow's the last game. I don't think he's going to play, so he's not going to play any. There's been a few first-string quarterbacks that have played, and as far as that goes, and it'll be interesting to see. I think they have him wrapped up. It's going to be interesting to see what type of Aaron Rodgers is he going to, because I'm thinking we'll see. It'll be interesting. I hope he does good for the Jets. I have faith in the Jets until they say otherwise, I guess. But all right, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, Ted. Thank you for popping in and conversing. Always great to have Ted here. He's always he comes in strong at the end as far as that goes, and we appreciate you, Ted, the real Ted Hicks here on Twitch. And we also say thank you to Tim Fan 40, who's back at work. Thanks for a great show. Yo, you're welcome. Great show. I try. No, the great show is because you pop in and you guys make it. You give me extra stuff to talk about here. So thank you very much. The chat's always important on Twitch when you're doing a chat broadcast. The chat is always important. You can't get away from that. If you don't utilize the chat, then you're not a broadcaster here on Twitch. So, all right, folks. We're gonna exit stage left. Get our day started. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD, and see what the day brings. And for those that are working, get through the day. And we're here. The weekend is here. But this is Rich Roberts here on Twitch. Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Fireman Rich on Rumble. But I'm Richard M. Roberts, at Richard M. Roberts on YouTube. So check me out on all those fine social media platforms, and give me a follow if you would, please. And we'll be talking to you. We'll be doing something here, live streaming or some sort, this weekend. So you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks again, Ted.